cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort. Cut my life in pieces, I've reached my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong? Would it be right if I took my life tonight? I am contemplating suicide, cause I'm losing my mind, losing my sight. This is the Papa Roach song which I had in my mind. Aguero cutting his girls back inside. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of FC Ramsey, and over here we are getting those predictions of the UEFA Champions League. I mean the matches which are going to be played. It is Milan and Feyenoord. On the other hand, it is also Atlanta and Club Brugge, Bayern and Celtic, Benfica, Monaco, Dortmund, Sporting CP. And on the other day, it is PSG and Brest, PSV Eindhoven, Juventus, Real Madrid, Manchester City. Oh my goodness. The Champions League matches are over here, but the whole of the internet is going to take a toll if Sergio Aguero, the doctor who has done those operations for him after those first leg of the UEFA Champions League at the Etihad, and with those tifos, as well as Pep Guardiola just 2 days back has got those 9 years anniversary celebrated, and it was Omar Murmush getting those hat-tricks. Oh my god. But this time, Santiago Bernabeu will be closed from the top, and all your suffocation, all your no breathing, and as well as those parts which hasn't been cut will be cut into pieces and it will be torn. But what are the predictions? We will make a deep analysis of what is going to be the Champions League predictions, which are the team who are going to qualify for the top 16 out of these teams. It is definitely Real Madrid and Manchester City. We will make the best analysis of it. But before that, let's have a quick look of that Milan and Feyenoord. It is Feyenoord who has on an aggregate 1 up against Milan. Sergio Conceição's men will definitely look to get some sort of boost at their home stadium of Stadio Giuseppe Meazza. But Feyenoord have dealt timber blow out of that Champions League clash at Milan, and that is definitely not going to be much concern. But what is going to be the game where Milan and Feyenoord will be playing? It is Milan who will be getting that goal, but Feyenoord, can they get those muscle memory? It will be the talk, because Pascal Boszkat against Sergio Conceição. Sergio Conceição will definitely go for those defensive backs. They have got Carl Walker into the squad, Lucas Hernandez in the squad, I mean his brother Theo Hernandez, Pavlovic and Tomori on the centre backs. The injuries of Emerson Royal, their right back, as well as the likes of Florenzi can't be seen, as well as Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But there are much injuries for the likes of Feyenoord, and from my expectations, Milan will overcome this lead, and with a 2-goal against Feyenoord, they will definitely get it big into it. And apart from that, AC Milan and Feyenoord, there is nothing much to be anticipated if and unless and until if AC Milan are going to make anything. I mean, the Rossoneri's will definitely not make that big thing happening. It is the second game, Atlanta and Club Brugge. Atlanta has got those deficits, but the injuries which Gasperini's man has got, it is Lookman, it is Kolasinac, Calvini, Cassano, the junior Maldini, Daniel Maldini, as well as the likes of Scamacca. He is missing those players. I mean, the absence of Lookman, the absence of Scamacca, Cassano, Calvini, that is a huge blow Gasperini's man has to overcome against Club Brugge. But Club Brugge has been performing it good. Nicky Han, their manager, has been making the whole character being seen much to it. And Atlanta and Club Brugge, I would definitely want that Atlanta gets some sort of relief into this, and that deficit of 1 goal they can overcome by 2-0 or 3-0 maybe. That is the predictions from my end. Bayern Munich and Celtic, if you talk about, it is the likes of Brendan Rodgers, that first leg which was played at the Celtic Park, and Celtic fans were having those, I mean, big numbers talking for them, but Bayern have those big, powerful muscle memories. And the previous game which Bayern faced, it was against Leverkusen. No shots on goal. It was some sort of defensive tactics which Vincent Kompany has adopted. And on the other hand, the return of Hiroki Ito as well as Sacha Boey on the right backs and the left backs. It is the absence of Alphonso Davies on the left backs which will be must felt. But talking about Brendan Rodgers with the likes of Maeda, Jota and Ida, their strikers, they are going to make it big. And Hatate, their centre midfield. But the absence of Paulo Bernardo as well as James Forrest, Brendan Rodgers and his men will definitely make to get some sort of injuries as well as, I mean, those 1-goal lead. But Bayern will definitely try to get that big because it is at the Allianz Arena, and the score line with a 3-1 or a 4-1 might be in favor of the Bayern Munich. That is my predictions for this game. But the game Benfica and Monaco, Benfica has caused those upsets to Monaco back, and I mean 2 times this season. It is that 1-goal lead which Benfica will be traveling to Monaco at Lisbon to face that. But I mean, that is Monaco traveling to Benfica, Lisbon to get that. But it is the Florentino Luis, Alexander Bas, Silva, Osanes, Renato Sanchez, as well as Angel Di Maria, the injuries which Benfica is having. But Bruno Lage with this team against Adolf Hitler from Monaco, their manager, he is also having those suspensions. Vanderson, it is Zakaria, it is Almusati, I mean Magasa, as well as Florian Balogun from Monaco not being present. Anything can happen in this game, but Benfica, with their much anticipated predictions at home, will definitely get it big against Monaco, unless and until Monaco with the likes of Mbolo are going to make anything happen. But Mbolo hasn't been that clinical, as well as the likes of Bears, they haven't been that good. So from my predictions, Benfica and Monaco, it will be a 1-0 or 2-0 in favor of Benfica, and they will easily qualify for the next round. PSV Eindhoven and Juventus, that aggregate of 2-1. Oh my god, Thiago Motta, I think. I mean, in the Champions League, he's not getting those draws, but in the Serie A, he has been famous for getting those 15 to 16 draws, maybe 14 draws this season. That is a huge. The victory is what is needed for Thiago Motta to be getting it, because Ildis, McKennie, Gonzalez, as well as Colomuni, the transfer which Juventus has got. Thiago Motta against Peter Bosch from PSV Eindhoven. But PSV Eindhoven, talking about them, they have got their player cards dropped. Boscagli, Sergino Dest, Tillman, and Pepe are injured. And Thiago Motta, the long fixtures of the Champions League, the Serie A, as well as those Super Cups they have been playing, they have got the injuries of Kalulu, Milk, Cabal. Bremer is their centre back who is out for a season. I mean, that is a huge one. Douglas Luiz is also on injuries, but Juventus will travel to PSV Eindhoven. It is at the Philips Stadium, the home of Eindhoven, where this game will be played. And I think for this, it will be Eindhoven and Juventus both will get a draw. It is either a 1-1 or a 2-2 for both the teams. But at the end, it is Juventus who will move in to the next phase with those goal advantages which they are having. And these were the predictions, but the last prediction of the best which we are going to make, it is the likes of bald-headed Pep Guardiola against the cool-minded Carlo Ancelotti on the pitch, and that too at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. I mean, the last time when the citizens had traveled to Madrid, it was the Champions League final stage, and it was 3-3. That was something big, and Guardiola claimed that City of previous years could easily have crumbled under the weight of pressure in the Madrid, but this time it is not going to happen, or it is going to be the same, because the likes of Omar Marmoush, which they are having in the team, he has got those hat-tricks. And in this game, if we talk about, it is definitely which is not going to be big, because they have got the injuries of Erling Haaland, who might be out of the squad. It is Jack Grealish also injured. It is Akanji, big injury for that. Oscar Bob as well as Rodri. But for the likes of Ancelotti's men, Lucas Vazquez, that right back not available. It will be Valverde overlapping those positions. Militao is on a long-term injury, as well as Carvajal. But they have got the likes of Roberto Carlos in form of Garcia. And on the centre backs, it is Sergio Ramos, that is Asensio, who will be making it good. And these all the tifos which were displayed at Etihad. I mean, citizens, you fans have just nailed down your team big time. And those remarks which were sent that Real Madrid are opting out of the La Liga, that is also not happening. That is a rumor, because what are those tickets and what are those money-making machines which are going to be made? Real Madrid are definitely going not to be in the La Liga. That is a fake rumor which has been spread. And yes, those Ballon d'Or tifos which were displayed in the first leg, Manchester City fans, you have nailed it big. And Sergio Aguero, oh my god, those cutting off those parts. Papa Roach cut my tash into pieces. This is my last resort. That is what is in my mind after those citizens' defeat against the loss of Los Blancos. But Carlo Ancelotti, I mean, in the fixtures, in the previous game in the La Liga, he has suffered, whereas Guardiola in the previous fixtures with those marvels of Omar Marmoush is going to make it big. That is what the citizens are expecting to happen in the second leg. But from my predictions, it will be the likes of Real Madrid getting those 4 goals and Manchester City getting those 1 goals. Real Madrid are definitely on a 1 goal advantage. I mean, that was an away leg game which they played, and at home 4-1 victory for the Hala Madrids. And yes, Los Blancos win it big and meet the Bayern Munich at the finals. This and the road to Munich will be the likes of Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. But no, that is a long story to be told, because it is just the top 16 which are going to be formed. So yes, best of luck to all the teams who are playing this for the qualifications to be happening and to be in the top 16. What are your predictions and what are your contradictions with our predictions made in this? Do tell in the comment section. Until then, keep going, guys. And yes, cut my life in two pieces. Don't make such predictions. That is injurious for your health. You will those suffocate and no breathing on your end. Bye bye, guys. Keep going.